Welcome back again to the channel. Today we have an amazing video to check out. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and let's get right into it.
A little fellow walking into a bar, and standing outside is a nun. And she looks at him and she says, "Before you enter this den of iniquity, think of your mother and your father." He said, "They're dead." "They're dead in heaven." She said, "Well, think of the damage the alcohol is going to do to your brain."
He's dead?
Huh? What are you talking about? Have you ever had a drink? And the nun says, "No." He said, "Well, how the hell can you stand there talking about it and saying drink is going to do damage to your brain if you've never had it?" "I'll tell you what, I'll go in, get your drink, bring it out, give it to you, you drink it. If you don't like it, then you can talk about it. But don't talk about things you've never experienced. What'll you have?" And the nun says, "I don't know." "What do ladies generally drink?" He says, "Gin." She says, "All right, I'll have a gin. But get it in a cup."
Did he just trick the nun into drinking?
Okay.
Whoa, whoa. That's some next level shit.
So nobody will notice. The fella goes into the bar and he says, "Give us a pint of beer and a double gin in a cup." And the fella says, "Is that bloody nun out there again?"
It's not the first time. It's not the first time. It's not the first time.
It's not the first time!
What the
Oh my God. You know, just need, you know, those people that want to sing, but they need a reason for them.
Yeah.
That's what she's looking for.
But you can find reasons with other people's lives. So what do you have to
Oh my
capitalize
God. Without bloody known again.
In the existence of God with an out-and-out atheist starts off very correctly, discussion. And as the hours go by, it gets more and more heated, and eventually the Pope turns to the man and he said, "The mom! Get the mom! And you, come here. You are like a man who is totally blindfolded in a dark room looking for a black cat that is not there." The fellow said, "With all respect, Your Holiness, I think there's great similarity between us both." He said, "What do you mean, similarity?" He said, "Well, as far as I'm concerned, you are like a man who is blindfolded in a totally dark room looking for a black cat that isn't there. The only difference is that you found it." Get it done.
Oh, I didn't forget for that. That's deep, guys.
Gets up in the morning and leaves and walks down the corridor. And another nun looks at her and says, it's a difficult thing to say, another nun, and says, "You got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning." And she goes on down, and another nun says, "You got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning." And this happens 15 times, and by then she's livid. And she meets the Mother Superior. And the Mother Superior is just about to open her mouth, and the sister says, "Don't tell me that I got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning!" And the Mother Superior said, "I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to say, what are you doing with the bishop's shoes on?" I am what you might call a practicing atheist. I'm quite happy to be an atheist because I think actually God likes atheists better.
Is that like
We never ask him for anything.
I don't think so.
We're not bothering him all the time saying, "Oh God, please help me, I'm with this thing." And as a practicing atheist, there's certain things that I travel around the world, and no matter where I go, somebody called Gideon leaves me this book to read. It's an Irish book because it says it all began at the beginning.
There are certain things that, when I read the Bible, and I do read the Bible, that I find difficult to understand. I mean, if God has been there forever, what was he doing before he got to us? I mean, what was he out there doing? Was he sitting there going, bored today, what'll I do? And then suddenly from nowhere, he suddenly decided to create a world. I'll make a world, that's what. Make a world, yes, that's what I'll do. Rivers, seas, boom.
Wait, is this guy really an atheist?
You put me down there. Is he an atheist? Like, really an atheist?
He's from the way he speaks, he's an atheist. He has no reference for God. So.
That's dark.
Boom, everything is there. I want a garden. I'd like a nice garden. Whack! Garden me. Hate gardening. Need a garden. Garden, spit and dust. Adam. And Adam, never once says, where in the name of God did I come from? I mean, he's 40 years of age. He has no child and he has no recall. He doesn't say, how did I get here? But he's quite happy. He just kind of trundles around the garden, working away. And God is looking at him. And he sees that Adam is happy. I didn't put him there to be happy. I'll put a stop to that. And God, during the night, sneaks down like a thief and steals, doesn't ask, doesn't request, steals it. His rib. And from his rib, he makes woman. And Adam wakes up in the morning, he's a real thickie. He's lying there, and there's somebody else, he doesn't say, where did you come from? How the hell did you get here? Where did you get those lumps? Just goes out and goes gardening. And God comes down and has a conversation with Eve and tells her that she can eat of any fruit in the tree in the whole garden with the exception of one fruit tree. He's talking to a woman. He actually tells her not to eat of the fruit. And then when she said, which tree can't I eat? He said, that one over there. He points it out to her. And when he goes and hides, and she sneaks up to the tree, and a snake comes down and has a conversation. A snake. Now, if I see a snake, I'll back off.
Yes.
One starts talking, I'll crap myself. And the snake actually convinces her to eat the apple. And she eats the apple. And when she eats the apple, she learns shame. That's what happens when you eat apples. Now, she's not ashamed that she's disobeyed God or that she's eaten the apple. She's ashamed of one part of her body. That's all. She becomes ashamed of that area of the body. Now, why that area? Why not her elbow? Her nose. Do you actually realize?
You know, I just opened my eyes to something.
Yeah, I'm actually gaining some
Sense in what he's saying. He's actually very intellectual because why not the elbow? Why not the legs?
You said why not the nose?
Well, literally, I feel like the Bible was speaking in parables in that sentence there. When we talk about the apple, it's kind of like a reference of the forbidden fruit.
Yeah, it's not clearly an apple, right?
Yeah,
but that's
so
what we human can actually use to
paraphrase
yeah.
it.
But because if it's really an apple, I guess some people wouldn't have been eating an apple.
Exactly.
It's not an apple.
So it's not an
It
apple.
can't be an apple.
That if Eve had been ashamed of her nose, every woman in the world now would be ashamed of your noses.
Yeah.
You'd all be sitting here tonight with little nose knickers on. Men would be in nightclubs watching totally naked ladies with G-strings on their nose. Take them off. Oh, I saw a nose. And this is the book. This is.
No, we're doing a butt lift.
Oh
book that you'll go into court and place your hand upon. And swear to tell the truth, the whole truth.
The first funeral I ever went to, and believe me, this is true, I was 6 years of age. And as they lowered the box into the ground, the priest said, "In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost." And I, for years, used to bless myself and say, "In the name of the Father, and the Son, and into the Holy Ghost." One final custom that we have in Ireland regarding death and a funeral is that only one
His
person
name is Goes, G-O-E-S, and Goes.
who is buried in a graveyard can go to heaven. Which basically means if two people are buried in the same graveyard on the same day, the last one in has got to wait till tomorrow. So can you imagine what would happen if one funeral met another funeral going to the same graveyard?
Don't tell me they're going to start running. Their faces are increasing.
What if your own person, the other person is
And then they also start running. They just sit down, they're not the tracks that say.
Just imagine the person in the coffin.
It can't be true. It's just going to go real.
I'm fucking a cow.
These people can't be for real. I'm going to remove their comments.
I know someone got there before me.
Little fella dies and goes to heaven, and some people say, would you like to have a look around heaven? And the fella, yeah, I would actually. So they're looking around heaven, and he said, who are those people over there? He said, oh, they are the Muslims. They are Muslims there. And over there we have the Jewish people. And these are Anglicans and Hindus, Baptists. Is it a... Why do you have this big wall here? Is it a... behind the wall, you see, we have the Catholics. Is it... Why do you have the Catholics behind the wall? He said, shh. They like to think that they're the only ones here.
Why is it like this?
Do you know this question we have? I've asked questions about this. I've actually thought of it. Like everybody thinks, okay, yeah, but where is is it one heaven we are
That
all
all of us
going
going.
to? I've been asking these questions and he putting it in this light and the can't thinking they don't. They just completely
So I'm going to be very honest, right? This joke has kind of like mixed emotion
Yeah,
in between. And when I at first when he said he was an artist, right? I was like, really? And I'm here laughing at his jokes and everything. But there were, when he started saying some certain words, I just
can't
could not
resist.
hold the laughter.
You can't resist it.
In as much as I am a little bit offended,
it's
and
offensive.
I think I should say, God, I'm sorry for laughing at that joke. Well, come on, guys, come on. That's just dark.
I guess that's what God say God have mercy on me.
Like we all have to go pray this night, so it's just me.
But the last point he stated there, he had the point because it's something I've actually think myself. Because we all believe we are going to heaven. I've asked this question countless times. Is it one heaven we are going to? And he's celebrating it like the Catholic Muslim day.
Everybody wants to go to heaven. Everybody wants to go to the Jannah.
But this is hilarious. He has the humor is the typical British comedy, and is in its own way it is intellectual as well.
Yeah.
And we'd love to check out other videos from him in regarding other aspects because I feel like you just take a
particular point
yes,
and then
topic
dwell on
and then
it.
dwell on it. Let me know what you think about this down below. Do not forget to like, subscribe. The channel has a membership. Be part of our member and you go to heaven. Bye.